I'm talking back to back. Hey, what's good, YouTube? What do, man? It's your boy Cali Boy 2 Raw back at it with another banger video. And this is the second upload of the day. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. If y'all watched the first video, if not, pause this video, go watch the first one if you want to learn anything about dribbling, anything like that. Other than that, this video right here will cover everything else. Shooting, defending. Nobody talked about passing, but I guess we just will never see what the pass stuff is, right? But shooting, defending, rebounding, the fact that I didn't see some, I don't know who it is, WNBA player grab a rebound over Wemby. We'll talk about all that in this video today. But if y'all can do me a favor, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe if you're new. I appreciate everybody here. We're pushing for that 700 subs. I'm hungry. We're going double upload today. And I might surprise y'all tomorrow and see what we feel like, right? It really depends on what these videos do today. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and get straight to the video, right? So in this first clip, we just want to go ahead and look at the different stuff that they got in this game, right? I know when they said it didn't really matter if you greened the timing, I was like, okay, hold on, it might be a little different, right? But I didn't think they meant it to this aspect, right? I didn't really think they meant it to this aspect, right? So let's watch Joe Knows and see what he says whenever it comes to the different stuff that in this exact one. Let's see what he says about this shooting style, shooting video, shooting. Just look at Joel Embiid make this shot, bro.
Like, you know, even though I understand the system is different, but when you turn the meter on and see it visually, I mean, I'll be honest, it hurts my soul. I'm like, bro, this dude is making a 3/4 bar shot, but I understand the logic is different now, but I think we're all like ingrained in the 2K25 rhythm shooting system. Let me know your comments down below.
I do not know. Like, come on, bro. When you go until you're shooting the ball, and I can green a tempo, I ain't gotta worry about nothing. I can shoot 4/5 the bar and make the shot. Come on, fam. We might, hey, if you have a problem shooting, you are the problem. I'm gonna just tell you that right now, right? Let me go ahead and turn my mic. Let me go ahead and turn my camera on for that one. If you have a problem shooting, you are the problem. I promise you, you should not have a problem shooting, because unless they patch it into the ground. Let me turn the light on in case you don't see. If you, right, you watching this video right now, if you have a problem shooting the ball, you are the problem. Don't let anybody else tell you different. We can't sugarcoat you no more. Stop bricking. If you can make this, if you can make this, you should be able to make any shot on the game, bro, because you can't tell me, right? You can't tell me that, and Lord knows what Joel Embiid's three-pointer and stuff is, right? Not only that, I've seen it in this, we'll see in clips later on, we see some other non-shooters shooting the ball. So that tells me another thing I like to know. You don't need that high of a three-pointer to shoot the ball. Again, I know before the game, some people were on pro, right? But not Joe Knows. Joe Knows, in his video, if you want to go watch it, if not, this is Joe Knows breakdown, like I said, go watch the video. You will see that this gameplay is from Hall of Fame. He just excellent time the tempo, which in my opinion, I would be more excited as my team player, right? I also would be excited for people who have multiple builds. There's some people who make point guards, shooting guards, locks, back ends, centers, you know what I'm saying, different type of players, right? So, okay, cool. You don't have to necessarily memorize their jump shot, right? I can look at a tempo of a jump shot and tell when, like, how the tempo is supposed to go. Like, I can shoot that rhythmly, right? To know when I have to go up or when, you know what I'm saying? That is the more so the issue, right? But being able to look at a jumper and, you know what I'm saying, slowly roll the stick up. I know some people that will be shooting 70%. I know some people that will be shooting 75%, right? And as you should with how this looks, especially if you're not a player who has to dribble, get open, and then shoot, right? We have to make our shots too, but people wide open in the corner, like I'm looking at Embiid right now, who can shoot a 4/5 bar and green it. I don't know. We'll see. That is the very interesting thing about this, right? I'm definitely intrigued to see what is going to happen whenever it comes to NBA 2K in the near future.
Here are some of the best post go-to shots on NBA 2K26. Some of these might be broken. And for the first player, we're going to be taking a look at Dirk Nowitzki. Not the craziest post go-to shot, but this definitely does look like something he would do. And now we move on to Kevin Durant. Arguably the greatest scorer of all time, and his post go-to shot makes the case as one of the better ones on NBA 2K26. And now we move on to Carmelo Anthony, and I am genuinely surprised that we are getting a lot of go-to animations and new animations for older players. And with that in mind, now we're going to talk about Hakeem Olajuwon, and you can now do the dream shake on NBA 2K26. And by far the craziest post go-to shot I saw from Community Day was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Although I am doing this with Yao Ming, this is Kareem's post go-to.
I don't know anybody who's seen Yao Ming ever do this, right? Of course, like he said, it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's post go-to. But I have never seen Yao Ming. Why would you put this on Yao Ming? I'm seeing Yao, of course, again, could be pro, could be rookie, right? Could, you know what I'm saying, just be clip farming. Could be funny stuff, right? Shout out Joey 2K, man. Hey, this is a crazy, when I seen this, I said, oh, okay. We have it to where we're going to make the community have something to be an uproar about, right? Bro, look, guard it. You know what I'm saying? Just guard it. People set up moves, right? They don't always move at the same pace. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that. And I feel as though you need to be able to emulate that in your game correctly for you to call yourself a basketball game. You can't be a basketball game and I can't branch out of moves, because I shouldn't be stuck if I'm doing a step back. I shouldn't have to sit there and wait for my animation to load all the way up. If you don't remember the Zach LaVine from last year, you couldn't explode out of Zach LaVine step back, snatch back, whatever you want to call it. Because you would have to wait for the whole animation to play out, and then you would have to false step, or, you know what I'm saying, you had to back step or whatever it's called to then explode out of, right? But it seems as though that's not going to be like that for the most part for NBA 2K26. And the defense, it says it rewards ratings for being it won't be rewarding ratings anymore, and more so anticipation is more so the key, right? Which is good, right? If I hold great defense with 74, that 74 should always be you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be, oh, you have a 94 ball handle, we're going to reward you because you put more in your animation. No, still beat me, right? You might not lose the ball as much. My 74 might not be able to bump the ball from you as much. But if I hold great defense, cut you off, do all that, I should be able to get stops and everything of the sort, which I have been seeing from this game. And I like to see it. Don't patch it into the ground, please. Right? And it says different collision radiuses will depend on your steals, your perimeter defense, stuff like that. As we've seen in different clips, we did see Kevin Durant get cut off, right? So I've seen Kevin Durant get cut off in a different clip by Lou Dort. Of course, Lou Dort is a perimeter, he's that guy whenever it comes to perimeter defense, right? And I've seen, him get a late jump, a 4% contest in a green with Kevin Durant, right? So yeah, I seen J-Dub also get, some good defense and a 26%, right? So it's just different stuff like that. I've seen Luka get a block on Kyrie Irving, right? So it's different stuff that you have. I'm seeing Luka not just start moving a little bit, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely is good to have an insight on different stuff of you not being able to guard people with a smaller build, you being able to get bumps, you being in the right position, the different stuff that happens in real life, literally. If Luka Doncic want to sit there and square up and the person who's using Kyrie can't get around, then that is what it is, right? It has counters, and I'm loving what I'm seeing, right? It has the same exact thing Koza was talking about having a counter to a move, right? And it seems as though these moves are also having defensive counters, right? You're able to sit there and shuffle down and get the cutoff, right? You're able to sit there and, step back up and jump real good at it. And I like what I'm seeing. I really like what I'm seeing. It's showing good. It's showing a good change to the game that hasn't always been there, right? In this clip I've seen with somebody shooting with Steph Curry, this is 2K Labs, of course. They sat here, shot the run and fade. Hey, they didn't green the timing, but again, you can green the tempo. And I feel as though we will see whenever they do their 2K Labs and they do their breakdown, we will see how much it is really going to be an issue or a bonus. We'll see, right? And so dunking, right? We're going to hop into dunking, right? As we see here with this Anthony Edwards, he has, and mind you, I don't know if I'm tripping, but the players look so much smaller on the court. So are these full-size courts in my team? Are they they look a lot wider, right? Because there's so much more of a gap between the players. But this is just 30 minutes of dunking. I want to say this is, I don't even want to say what the creator name is. I'll put it somewhere on the screen just to make sure I give them credit for everything I'm taking. I don't ever want to take credit for anything because none of this is my direct gameplay, right? But yeah, we're just going to go through and like look at some of these and just really see like them going through dunking with Anthony Edwards. So like the green window is a good size for somebody with a 95 driver dunk. I think Anthony Edwards has, or 97. I think he actually has a 97 driver dunk. I like to see that. And you got to also remember, what's Anthony Edwards, 6'4", 6'5"? So he's 6'4", 6'5". He looks like he's 6'1", right? He doesn't look that tall on this game. But LeBron doesn't look that tall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jokic don't look like crazy tall. So we'll see how it goes, bro. Like, we'll see really how effective different heights are in this game. And we'll see. Like, I'm telling you, 6'6" is the height. I don't even got to touch the game to know 6'6" is that height, bro. You see from different people playing and stuff like that, like 6'6" is that height. I don't have to see it at all. I just know, bro. I just know. And so I want y'all to hear this clip from Grinding, right? And before he even starts, I want to say I think what he meant in this video was that the no dip, because one of them has the same timing. Whether that's the no dip having the same shooting as like a regular jump shot, or if it's the quick shot having the same timing as the regular jump shot. I don't remember exactly. I'll look for the tweet that Mike Wang put out and put that on the video and stuff like that. But one or the other, I'm gonna let Grinding explain this though, so you know what I'm saying, y'all can have a full explanation from him. Let's go ahead and get straight to it.
Overpowered addition to shooting we have ever seen. If y'all aren't familiar with quick shot timing, basically it's a feature where if you hold LT before you shoot on a catch and shoot shot, you will drastically increase the speed of your jump shot. Here's a side-by-side comparison so you can see for yourself just how fast quick shot timing makes your jump shot. Now for the My Team heads watching this video, it might be a little hard to learn 5 different players' jump shots and then also learn.
So my thing is, I wonder how much faster Podziemski's shot is from who was shooting that ball. Who is that in the corner?
Jump shot. Here's
Colin Sexton. I wonder how much more fast. I wish he would have like compared pods to pods, like him doing a quick shot versus a normal. I feel like that would have been a better representation. But nonetheless, like, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. You know, you can't go back and change what you did on Community Day because they can't. You know what I'm saying? They don't have access to that right now. So cool, right? What we want to know is, do y'all feel like this is a big difference, right? I feel as though my teammates better be holding L2. I think L2 is actually the no dip. So I don't know. The quick shot timing is more so like with the rhythm shooting, I thought, more so than the square. I don't think you can like press a depress square any faster, right? I think it was just a no dip that you have to hold L2 to get. And then normal, I mean, you just don't hold L2, right? So I think that's the only two difference between the two. And then again, we are going to see how much of a difference that really make whenever it comes to an in-game scenario, right?
that I really don't like, which.
And so then Grinding went into talking about dunks, right? Again, I'm grabbing recordings from all over the place, right? So we're not only talking about stuff in order, right? We're talking about stuff in whatever order I re-recorded it. And yeah. So I do feel as though you will see in this video coming up that whenever you play on lower difficulties, your dunk button that you have to press is always square or X on Xbox. But whenever you go into a higher difficulty, I believe he says Superstar and Hall of Fame, you will get any of the 4 buttons that is on your controller, whether that's X or A, whether that's circle or B, whether that's triangle or Y, or whether that's square or X. You will get any of those buttons to press, right? And so we seen Joe Knows miss a dunk because you don't expect it. You don't. I mean, I'm not sitting there going to the goal thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to press X. I'm thinking, no, X is a pass button. And how fast an alley-oop is, that is going to be very interesting to see people wanting to get lobs in traffic, right? And I feel like that's kind of an unnecessary skill gap thing that they added, and which he's going to say that in his video as well. Let's go and get to it.
Really don't like, which is the brand new lob system. More specifically, we're talking about what I think is an unnecessary change, where whenever you throw or try and catch a lob, the player on the receiving end of the lob will get a random button prompt that they still have the time to complete the alley-oop. If you're a little bit confused, in previous years, all you had to do was throw the lob and you would always click X or square at the appropriate time and you would finish the lob. Easy enough, right? Well, this year it is no longer gonna be always X or square to finish your lobs. Instead, it could be any of the 4 buttons on your controller. So
And as we see, right, who is expecting right here to hit circle or B? Who to hit circle on an alley-oop, bro? I'm not thinking of hitting circle. So, but y'all see it's also in traffic. He has 2 people around him, right? Opposed to whenever he was getting the lobs previously.
you catch a lob,
This is in traffic too. I'm just gonna assume this is on the lower difficulty, but this is definitely in traffic too. But he hit square. So, I don't know. We'll see.
the player on the receiving end of the lob will get a random button. The reason I don't like this change is I just feel like it's pointless. It was intended to quote-unquote increase the skill gap in NBA 2K26, but I don't know about y'all, I just don't think that's a skill. I'm not gonna call someone trash for missing a random button prompt, and I'm also not gonna give someone props for hitting a random button prompt. Usually whenever you think of upping the skill, you want to be able to give someone props whenever they can do something that other people can't.
And I understand that point as well, because I mean, I'm definitely not gonna give you props, because I mean, I'll get mad at somebody for missing a dunk more than giving them props if they timed it. But that's just me.
And what I mean by that is,
so he also came down to talk about other types of driving dunks, right? And we always knew in NBA 2K25, whenever you have like a bigger player, like we seen Glock 19 come out here with a crazy 96 driving dunk, punching on people with the 6'10", right? So we already knew that you taller heights, longer arms, close to the goal, different stuff like that plays a factor in, your weight plays a factor in your ability to drive and dunk, right? Well, this game thought, let's take it up a little bit of a notch, which is not a bad thing because it's more realistic, right? And we've seen that Anthony Edwards could punch the ball too. We will see that here as well. But we also know that I feel as though I will trust Giannis from dunking on somebody more than Anthony Edwards, right? Just off of pure stronger, like he's just a strength, and that's what Giannis do, bro. He's a great scorer around the rim, driving dunk. He's a Greek freak for a reason. Let's go ahead and get right into this clip.
certain builds. And what I mean by that is dunk metering on taller builds felt like it was the easiest thing in the world. If you take a look at these clips of me trying to dunk meter with Giannis, you'll notice that I'm absolutely manhandling everybody and then finishing the dunk with a huge green window dunk meter. And this is on Hall of Fame difficulty.
Right, so we see this on Hall of Fame, right? So, but let's look at the competition he's won against and all the dunks he had. Right, you got Aaron Gordon. I don't know Aaron Gordon for being like I don't think Aaron Gordon's gonna stop Giannis when he going to the paint like that. And also look at positioning, bro. Like he's cutting him off. He's getting there late. So let's go to the whole thing. Look where Aaron Gordon is starting at, right? He's starting back here, coming over a screen from Miles Turner, right? Okay, he goes over the screen. No Jokic help. He doesn't drop, doesn't do anything, right? You have a fake show from Cam.
And what I mean by
but look where he caught Giannis, bro. He caught Giannis at the restricted line. Right? He's there already. He's trying to get a reach at the ball, but Giannis is just too strong and he dunks on him. But imagine what Giannis's driving dunk is, right? You have to also play in a part of that. Right? That matters, you know?
I mean by that is
so yeah, he pushed him back, and actually it was a standing dunk more so than driving. He coming down. Look what he do to I think this Cam Johnson. I think that's what his name is.
On taller.
So he's pushing left. Right? Look where his eyes is. His eyes are this way, but his back is his body's facing forward. So his momentum's already going forward. He flipped late, right? And look how he flipped late. Let's slow it down. Can I slow this down? Let's slow this down.
Builds.
Let's mute that. Let's mute that. Right? So, okay. Cool. He flipped late, right? Come here. Flip late. His body is turned, right? His back is facing Giannis. There's no reason why he should be able to stop Giannis in this opinion. And this is why I play 2K and play it how I do, right? I play it off of body logic, bro. Your back is to me. I should be able to at least lay the ball up with my right hand without too much trouble, unless you're just a perennial interior shot blocker. You playing with Wemby, I can understand Wemby flipping his head and getting a block. I've seen Giannis get cooked by Carmelo Anthony and turn around and chase something down, right? But you also have to realize this is Giannis, right? So, boom, they're almost on equal level, right? He's looking at Giannis. This shouldn't even be a contact dunk. This should be I dunk right past him. which it pretty much is, right? No jump. He's in front of, I guess, closer to us as the viewer than he is to Giannis. Dunk. I feel like that's exactly how it should go. This is good game logic, in my opinion. Like, this is a great way to do this. Fast break. Josh Hart, Brunson, OG. OG don't come down to help with nothing. Hart stop. It's me and a 6'1" Brunson. I've got Giannis. Absolutely. This should always happen. 100% of the time. You have somebody, and he jumped. It's not like he reached. I can understand if he spammed square and got a foul or something. He jumped. Dunk on. Good logic. I like that. Good logic. Right? I feel like this is probably the best game logic I've seen for 2K in a long time. And he showed this on Hall of Fame. Right? I like this, though. I like the game logic in this. Right? This, though, where I kind of, I don't know about this. You got two people, Cam stepping up. That's not Cam. Who's that? Oh, that's Jamal Murray. Okay. So you got Jamal Murray stepping up, hands up, Jokic bumping. I don't know. Right? This is an iffy one. But then I also see this, right? Watch the bump. I see actually Joker reach down, right? Watch his right hand. He swats down. He misses the swat. Dunk. It's not a contact. I mean, it'll say contact, but I feel as though that's good game logic, right? It's just difficult, right? I feel as though that's like a 50-50 play. He play over, Giannis come down, he got him on the hip. If y'all don't know that animation, when that hand hit that other hand, that happens in real basketball, right? You know what I'm saying? That happens in real life basketball. This is where I feel like strong handles applies. This is strong handles, not the nutmeg. This right here is strong handles, in my opinion, right? I feel like this is where you get you bumping people, get up off that dunk, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where you get this, bro. I don't know, that's just my logic, bro. And then you get into the contact dunk. He's not playing, he's not here. Neither one of them are there, right? Neither one of them stepping up trying to actually contest that. Dunk. He's behind him. Good logic. Even in this Ja Morant clip, like he was comparing it to like smaller people not being able to dunk better. And that's just pure logic. Kyrie Irving getting over. They make Anthony Davis step up too high. He's dropping back. They're almost on level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even wrong. Anthony Davis is a great shot blocker. But Ja Morant also has a 95 driving dunk or something, like 96 driving dunk. Right? And then they had Anthony Davis run away. So he's not even there. He's not even trying to contest. Right? He didn't get pulled into animation, nothing, no. And you see how small that meter was? Right? Let's look at how small this meter really is, bro. Like, let's really get into how like good time this was. That was a great time dunk. That's just good logic, bro. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I feel as though it's not a bad thing happening. I don't like how like they got Kyrie playing over this animation right here, right? Where he kind of sliding. I don't like that too much. But again, this is, stuff that we'll see. And you see, and he talked about a dynamic, because Grinding did say something about a dynamic dunk meter that they have, which is similar to how they had in 24. You see how big the green window is right now? It shrinks. He missed the dunk. Right? And that's just what it is. Gafford, I think that's Gafford. I want to say it's Gafford. He's a pretty good shot blocker too. Didn't jump. You should have the risk of getting dunked on. You ain't jump. I feel like that's good. Anthony Edwards, Zion under the restricted arc with somebody who has the highest driving dunk in the game. Mind you, there's not going to be a lot of people. I mean, there might be my players running around with a 99 driving dunk, but I just feel as though you have Zion who dropped under the restricted arc to the best dunker in the league on NBA 2K26. He's trying to play both. He's trying to play, both. Left him open to go shoot. I mean, I would leave him open too. But after y'all see in this later clip, I wouldn't leave nobody open now. And what'd he do? Dunked on him. I feel as though that is good, right? And so, something I wanted to show y'all, right? And this is the last clip and I'll be done. I promise, right? This is the last clip. We know that Amen Thompson, if y'all watched the playoffs last year, he's not a good shooter, right? I hope he worked that, even though I'm not a Rockets fan, I'm a Warriors fan, and we beat them. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Amen Thompson do great because he played good basketball. I love watching good basketball players hoop, right? And so for him in this case, right, for me to see For me to see him make square button threes with a Ben Thompson, it makes me happy because that means we will have shooters back in this game with a low three. Again, I said he has a 73. I'm going to assume Brother Jones has this stuff on Hall of Fame. I don't know if he mentions that in here. We'll listen to it and see what he says. But we're going to imagine that he has it on Hall of Fame difficulty, right? Let's go ahead and listen to what he says.
Oh, interesting. But shooting overall, shooting should not be an issue for almost anybody as long as you have a decent jump shot. This is going to be the return of where people can just green everything. You see that 75 open in the corner, you might want to guard him because he might hit that shot because the windows are open. The windows are open.
Right? Like he said, the windows are open. He said 75 in the corner. Amen Thompson got a 70, right? And how many shooting badges does Amen Thompson really got, right? It's a 73 ball hitting in the corner. I don't know at what percentage, but I watched him hit 2, right? So in that whole game, within what time was between the two shots? First quarter with 4:33. This is the very first shot of the game, right? I'm gonna assume he started at 5 minutes. Probably missed with KD one time. The next possession, he gave the ball to Amen Thompson, shot over him, right?
Almost anybody long.
The very next clip. The next clip. My bad for yelling, y'all. My bad. I'm just getting a little hype, bro. My bad. I apologize. The very next clip, though. Let me get another green out of Amen Thompson. From 433, which I think was the first one, 430, that's one possession, bro. That is one possession. He come right back down, throw it to Thompson.
As long as you have a decent
another 3, bro. And that is full. Like that, he had a full shoot that, you know what I'm saying? He had to shoot that perfectly, right? But that lets me know, y'all 73-pointer bigs, y'all will be viable. We will be good, bro, I promise. As long as they don't touch nothing, right? Again, this is all stuff that's released exactly a week before the game drops, right? So they can up and lower different tendencies and stuff like that in the code. I wouldn't do that, but they can, right? So I just want y'all to take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, right? Everything I'm saying about how your player moves, how the stuff like that happens, all that is, I'm just comparing ratings, right? I'm comparing strictly the numbers, and that's all I can do. I can only compare the numbers, and that's the best thing I can do, right? So anyway, man, it's me, your boy Cowboy Troy. Make sure you like and subscribe if you do. If you have not watched my last video, it covers everything about dribbling that has been released from day 1 of the embargo. So everything has been released on 8/22. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Make sure you like and subscribe if you new. I'm out, bro.